This agreement is subject to binding arbitration in a waiver of class action rights, as detailed in section 16 below. Full stop here. Software license and service agreement. Use of this software program, open parentheses, and any updates, close parentheses, full stop here. Any online services, or downloads associated herewith, full stop here. The software, open parentheses, including firmware, close parentheses, or any related peripherals, open parentheses, collectively, open quotation marks, peripheral, close quotation marks, close parentheses, the associated media, printed materials, and documentation, open parentheses, collectively, open quotation marks, program, close quotation marks, close parentheses, is subject to this software license and service agreement, open parentheses, open quotation marks, agreement, close quotation marks, close parentheses, full stop period. If you are under the age of majority in your jurisdiction, or 18, open parentheses, 18, close parentheses, years of age, whichever is older, please ask your parent or guardian to read and accept this agreement on your behalf before you use the program, full stop period. By opening this package, downloading, installing, or using the program, or open quotation marks, clicking to accept, close quotation marks, you accept the terms of this agreement with the Activision corporate entity set out in section numeric code 17. Open parentheses, open quotation marks, Activision, close quotation marks, close parentheses. Depending on where you acquired and used the program, full stop period. If you do not agree to these terms, you are not permitted to install, copy, or use the program, full stop period. To reject these terms, you must not, open quotation marks, click to accept, close quotation marks. These terms are installed, copy, or use the program, full stop period. For residents in North America only, if you reject this agreement, you can return your peripheral and the program and request a refund for your peripheral and the program within 30, open parentheses, 30, numeric code 30, close parentheses, days after the date of your purchase, by visiting less than http://support.activision.com greater than full stop here. Activision apostrophe S. Privacy policy available if less than http://www.activision.com/legal/privacy-policy greater than shall be deemed to be part of the open quotation marks agreement, close quotation marks, accepted and agreed to by you, and the terms of such are incorporated herein by reference, full stop here. For residents outside North America, if you, open parentheses, or if applicable, your parent or guardian, close parentheses, do not agree to this agreement, then you must not use or access the program or any part thereof, full stop period. By open quotation marks, clicking to accept, close quotation marks, you represent and warrant that you are a, open quotation marks, natural person, close quotation marks, who is over the age of 18, open parentheses, numeric code 18, close parentheses, or whose legal guardian has accepted and agreed to this agreement, full stop period. If you reject this agreement, your return rights in relation to the program are governed by your statutory rights in the country where you bought the program. Full stop here. Please visit less than http://support.activision.com greater than full stop here. Nothing in this paragraph shall affect your statutory rights. Full stop here. Please note that your rights in respect of online services and service provided content are covered in sections the Marriage Symbol Code 1.2 and the Marriage Symbol Code 1.3. Full stop period. Your use of the program shall be subject to the terms of Activision_S Activision's privacy policy available at less than http://www.activision.com/legal/privacy-policy greater than full stop here. Page 2. For residents outside the European Union and the United Kingdom, except for section the Marriage Symbol Code 1.6, open parentheses, arbitration and class action waiver, close parentheses, Activision reserves the right to modify this agreement at any time by any means, including without limitation by, open parentheses, the Marriage Symbol Code 1, close parentheses, posting the modification to less than http://support.activision.com/license greater than or open parentheses the Marriage Symbol Code 2 close parentheses requiring you to open quotation marks click to accept close quotation marks the agreement, and your continued use of the program constitutes your acceptance of the modifications. Full stop here. If any future modifications to the agreement are unacceptable to you or cause you to no longer be in compliance with this agreement, you must terminate, and immediately stop using, the program. Full stop here. If any future modifications are implemented as an open quotation marks click to accept close quotation marks agreement, you may not be able to continue using the program unless you affirmatively accept the modified agreement. Full stop. For residents in the European Union and the United Kingdom, from time to time, Activision may modify, add to, supplement, or delete terms of this agreement, For instance, if there is a chance to its products and services, to improve players, safety, or in case of change in applicable laws, full stop period. If Activision substantially changes the terms of this agreement, Activision will notify you in advance before the new terms of the agreement come into effect, and you will be asked to accept those changes to continue to use Activision products and services. Full stop period. You will have the option to refuse the amended agreement, but if you do, you will no longer be able to use such Activision products and services. Full stop period. The applicable version of the agreement is available on our website, http://support.activision.com/license, so we advise you to check whether the terms of the agreement have been updated each time you use Activision products and services. Full stop period. Changes to the terms of this agreement will not affect your rights. Full stop period. You will not substantially change the contractual changes to the terms of this agreement will not affect your rights, will not substantially change the contractual balance between you and Activision, and will not have retroactive effect. Full stop period. Remember semicolon, full stop period. Services and additional terms of service use of certain features of the program, including online or multiplayer components, or updated features, may require assent to additional terms of service. You will be provided with these additional terms of service at the time the applicable features are made available to you. Full stop period. If you do not assent to the additional terms of service, you may not be able to access or use the additional features that are subject to the additional terms of service. Full stop period. Page 3. Very simple content. Full stop period. Limited use license subject to any system requirements, Activision grants you the non-exclusive, transferable, limited right and license to install and use one copy of the software component. Open apostrophes, lowercase alphabet S, close. Open parentheses, lowercase alphabet S, close parentheses. Of the program solely for your personal use, full stop period. All rights not specifically granted or reserved by Activision, full stop period. The program is licensed, not sold, for your use, full stop period. Your license confers on title or ownership in the program, and should not be construed construed as a sale of any rights in the program, full stop period. This agreement shall also apply to patches or updates you may obtain for the program, unless the patch or update is accompanied by additional terms, full stop period. You acknowledge and agree that, other than license granted to you by this agreement, you shall have no ownership or property interest in any product or service provided content, open parentheses, as defined below, close parentheses, including without limitation, online accounts, any virtual currency or goods, and you further acknowledge and agree that to the fullest extent permitted by applicable law, all rights in and to such products and service provided content are and shall forever be owned by and endure to the benefit of Activision, full stop period. For residents outside North America, for the avoidance of doubt, nothing in Section 2 shall limit your right to sell and transfer the physical media containing the program which you have rightfully purchased, full stop period. Page 4. Numeric symbol code 3, full stop period. License conditions, this license is subject to the following limitations, open parentheses, open quotation marks, license limitations, close quotation marks, close parentheses, full stop period. Any use of the program in violation of the license limitations is a serious violation of this agreement and will result in an immediate termination of your license and, if you are a resident outside North America, additional consequences set out in Section 8. Numeric symbol code 8, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 2, close parentheses, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet C, close parentheses, and continued use of the program will be an infringement of Activision apostrophe S copyrights and other rights in and to the program, full stop period. Capital Alphabet A, full stop period. You agree that you will not do, comma, or allow, comma, any of the following, colon, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 1, close parentheses, exploit the program commercially, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 2, close parentheses, subject to any system requirements, comma, use the program on more than one system at the same time, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 3, close parentheses, make copies of the program, comma, in whole or in part, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 4, comma, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 4, close parentheses, without limiting the foregoing clause, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 3, close parentheses, comma. Copy the program onto the hard drive or other storage device unless the program itself makes a copy during installation, comma, or unless you are downloading the program from an authorized Activision online retailer, semicolon. Open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 5, close parentheses, use the program in a network, comma, multi-user arrangement, comma, or remote access agreement, or remote access arrangement, comma, including any online use except as included in the program functionality, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 6, close parentheses, sell, comma, rent, comma, lease, license, comma, distribute, comma, or otherwise transfer the program, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 7, close parentheses, subject to applicable laws, comma, reverse engineer, open parentheses, unless expressly permitted by Activision, close parentheses, comma, derive source code, comma, modify, comma, decompile, comma, disassemble, comma, or create derivative works of the software and other proprietary technology in the program, comma, in whole or in part, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 8, close parentheses, create, comma, develop, comma, modify, comma, offer, comma, make available, comma, distribute, comma, host, comma, promote, comma, advertise, comma, or use any unauthorized software programs to gain advantage in any offline, comma, online, or multiplayer game modes, comma, including, comma, but not limited to, comma, cheats, comma, automation software, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet B, lowercase alphabet O, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet S, bots, close parentheses, comma, modded lobbies, comma, hacks, comma, mods, comma, are engaging in any form of cheating, comma, boosting or booting, open parentheses, such behavior will be subject to sanction at Activision apostrophe S Activision's discretion, semicolon, 4. More information, see the program apostrophe S program's applicable security and enforcement policy available at support.activision.com, open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 9, close parentheses, remove, comma, disable, comma, or circumvent any proprietary notices or labels contained on or within the program, semicolon, or open parentheses, numeric semicolon, 1, numeric semicolon, 0. 10, close parentheses, use, comma, access, comma, download, comma, or otherwise export, comma, re-export, comma, or transfer the program in contravention of applicable export control, comma, economic sanctions, comma, and import laws and regulations, comma, including, comma, but not limited to, comma, the capital Alphabet U dot capital Alphabet S dot US export administration regulations, open parentheses, open quotation marks, capital Alphabet E, capital Alphabet A, capital Alphabet R, close quotation marks, close parentheses, and regulations promulgated by the capital Alphabet U dot capital Alphabet S dot U.S. Department of Treasury apostrophe S Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, open parentheses, open quotation marks, capital Alphabet O, capital Alphabet F, capital Alphabet A, capital Alphabet C, close quotation marks, close parentheses, full stop period. Office of Foreign Access Control. Office of Foreign Access Control. Office of Foreign Access Control. Page 5. Capital Alphabet B, full stop period. Unless expressly permitted by Activision and subject to applicable local laws, you agree not to permit the software in the peripheral or any part of it to be combined with, become incorporated in, or used with any software product other than the program, full stop period. For residents outside the European Union in the United Kingdom, all rights granted to you under the agreement, open parentheses, including your use of the software in the peripheral, close parentheses, will terminate immediately in the event that you are in breach of any of the terms of this agreement, this program or do anything with any software in the peripheral that is not expressly permitted by this agreement, full stop period. For residents in the European Union and the United Kingdom, full colon, all rights granted to you under this agreement, open parentheses, including your use of the software in the peripheral, close parentheses, will terminate immediately in the event that you seriously violate the terms of this agreement, full stop period. Violation of this section, capital Alphabet B, or doing anything with any software in the peripheral that is not expressly permitted by this agreement is a serious violation of this agreement, full stop period. Capital Alphabet C, full stop period. You agree not to do any of the following actions while using the program, open parentheses, capital Alphabet A, close parentheses, harass, threaten, embarrass, or cause distress or discomfort upon another participant, user, or other individual or entity, semicolon. Open parentheses, capital Alphabet B, close parentheses. Transmit any, capital Alphabet U, capital Alphabet G, capital Alphabet C, UGC. Open parentheses as defined in section numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 4. Close parentheses, that Activision considers to be disruptive, unlawful, harmful, threatening, abusive, harassing, defamatory, vulgar, obscene, hateful, or racially, sexually, ethnically, or otherwise objectionable, semicolon. Open parentheses, capital Alphabet C, close parentheses, impersonate any person or entity, including but not limited to Activision, semicolon. Open parentheses, capital Alphabet D, close parentheses, disrupt normal program functionality, or otherwise act in a manner that negatively affects other participants and / or the overall program experience, semicolon. Open parentheses, capital Alphabet E, close parentheses. Post or transmit any unsolicited advertising, promotional materials, or any other forms of solicitation, semicolon. Open parentheses, capital Alphabet F, close parentheses. Intentionally or unintentionally violate any applicable law, regulation, or treaty while using or accessing the program, semicolon. Open parentheses, capital Alphabet G, close parentheses. Post multiple posts of the same content, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet I, full stop period, lowercase alphabet E, full stop period, open quotation marks, spam, close quotation marks, close parentheses, semicolon, or open parentheses, capital Alphabet H, close parentheses, invade the privacy or violate or infringe any right of any person or entity, including, without limitation, any intellectual property right, full stop period. Page 6. capital alphabet D, full stop period. You represent and warrant that you, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 1, close parentheses, are not subject to capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet S dot U.S. sanctions or export restrictions, and otherwise are eligible to utilize the program under applicable laws and regulations, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 2, close parentheses, are not located or are originally resident in a country or region subject to comprehensive or near dash hyphen comprehensive capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet S dot U.S. sanctions / embargo, unless your use of the program in such country or region is authorized by capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet S dot law, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 3, close parentheses, are not an official, employee, agent, or contractor of, or directly or indirectly acting or purporting to act for or on behalf of, a government, open parentheses, including any political subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, or any person directly or indirectly owned or controlled by the foregoing, close parentheses, or political party, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet E dot lowercase alphabet G, Cuban Communist Party, Cuban Communist Party, workers, open apostrophe, Party of Korea, close parentheses, subject to capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet S dot sanctions, U.S. sanctions / embargo, or any other entity in a sanctioned / embargoed country or region are subject to capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet S dot sanctions / embargo, semicolon, and open parentheses, numeric symbol code 4, close parentheses, will not use the program in connection with an use prohibited by capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet S dot law, U.S. law, full stop period, capital alphabet E, full stop period. Parents and guardians of children under the age of majority in their jurisdiction are numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 18 years of age, whichever is older, agree that you will be responsible for all uses of the program by your child, whether or not such uses were authorized by you, full stop period. Capital alphabet F, full stop period. Communications made using a product should not be considered private, full stop period. Activision may monitor and / or record your communications, open parentheses, including without limitation chat, text, or voice communications, close parentheses, when you are using a product, and you hereby provide your irrevocable, express consent to such monitoring and recording, full stop period, you acknowledge and agree that you have no expectation of privacy concerning the transmission of any capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C, or communications, including without limitation chat, text, or voice communications, full stop period, because voice chat and other communications may be viewed and / or heard by other users, users should avoid revealing any personally identifiable information, full stop period. Additionally, Activision may with or without notice to you, disclose your internet protocol, open parentheses, capital alphabet I, capital alphabet P, close parentheses, protocol IP address, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet E, lowercase alphabet S, close parentheses, protocol IP addresses, personal information, chat logs, and other information about you and your activities consistent with the Activision privacy policy available at https://www.activision.com/legal/privacy-policy-policy. Numeric symbol code 4 :. Ownership: all title, ownership rights, and intellectual property rights and to the program are owned by Activision, affiliates of Activision's, or Activision as Activision's licensors, The program is protected by the copyright laws of the United States of America, international copyright treaties, conventions and other laws, The program may contain certain licensed materials, and Activision as Activision's licensors may protect their rights in the event of any violation of this agreement, Notwithstanding anything to the contrary, you acknowledge and agree that you shall have no ownership or other property interest in any account stored or hosted on an Activision system, open quotation marks, account, quotation marks, and you further acknowledge and agree that all rights in and to these accounts are and shall forever be owned by and endure to the benefit of Activision, For residents in North America, Activision may suspend, terminate, modify, or delete any of these accounts at any time for any reason or no reason, with or without notice to you, Page 7. Numeric symbol code 5, Patches and updates, Activision may deploy or provide mandatory patches, updates, and modifications to the program that must be installed for you to continue to use the program, Broadband internet is required for such patches, updates, and modifications, You are responsible for any and all broadband access and usage fees, For residents outside the European Union and the United Kingdom, Activision may update the program remotely without notifying you, and you hereby grant to Activision consent to deploy and apply such patches, updates, and modifications, For residents in the European Union and the United Kingdom, Activision may update the program remotely without notifying you, provided that any such updates do not result in material derogation in the functionality of the program, and you hereby grant to Activision consent to deploy and apply such patches, updates, and modifications, Numeric symbol code 6, limited hardware warranty, residents in North America and Australia only, Numeric symbol code 6, capital alphabet A, Activision warns to the original consumer purchaser of this program that the physical media on which this program is stored and any physical accessories, to gather the, goods, will be free from defects in material and workmanship. For numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 0, 90 days from the date of purchase, If the goods are found defective within numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 0, 90 days of original purchase, Activision agrees to replace, free of charge, the applicable defection goods within the applicable numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 0, 90-day period, upon its receipt of the program, postage page, with proof of the date of purchase, so long as the goods are still being manufactured by Activision, If the goods are no longer available, Activision retains the right to substitute similar goods of equal or greater value, full stop here. This warranty is limited to the goods, as originally provided by Activision, and is not applicable to normal wear and tear, full stop here. This warranty shall not be applicable, and shall be void, if the defect has arisen through abuse, mistreatment, or neglect, full stop here. Any implied warranties prescribed by statute are expressly limited to the numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 0-day period described above, full stop period, except as set forth herein, full stop period. This warranty is in lieu of all other warranties, express or implied. For residents in North America, for information about warranty, replacement, or other customer service inquiries, visit http://support.activision.com, full stop. If a replacement is appropriate, you will need to return open parentheses, numeric symbol code 1, close parentheses, the original goods, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 2, close parentheses, a copy of the dated, a copy of your dated sales receipt, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 3, close parentheses, your name and return address, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 4, close parentheses, a description of the defect and the problem, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet is, close parentheses, you are encountering, semicolon, and open parentheses, numeric symbol code 5, close parentheses, the incident / capital alphabet R, capital alphabet N, capital alphabet A, number given to you by customer support, full stop here. In the United States, send to warranty replacements, Activision Publishing, capital alphabet I, lowercase alphabet N, lowercase alphabet C, full stop here, 100, capital alphabet N, full stop period, Pacific Coast Highway, suit 900, suit. LiiVe, El Segundo, capital alphabet C, capital alphabet A, numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 2, numeric symbol code 4, numeric symbol code 5, semicolon. Outside of the United States, please visit http://support.activision.com, full stop period. Page 8. For residents of Australia, this warranty is provided in addition to other rights and remedies you may have regarding the goods provided to you in this game bundle, under the Australian consumer law, full stop period, the goods come with guarantees that cannot be excluded under the Australian consumer law, full stop period. You are entitled to a replacement or refund for a major failure and compensation for any other reasonable, foreseeable loss or damage, full stop period. You are also entitled to have the goods repaired or replaced. If the goods fail to be of acceptable quality and the failure does not amount to a major failure, full stop period, please contact Activision on numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 7, numeric symbol code 4, numeric symbol code 8, numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 5, 1-300-748-995, or email AUSupport@Activision.com, or mail P.O. Box numeric symbol code 5, numeric symbol code 4, numeric symbol code 4, 500. 44, 544, high 1, capital F bit N, capital F bit S, capital F bit W. Numeric symbol code 2, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 9, 2009. Australia. If you have an issue with the goods provided to you in this game bundle, full stop period, if a replacement or repair is required, Activision will instruct you on the process, full stop period. As part of the process, you may be asked to send open parentheses, numeric symbol code 1, close parentheses, the physical media, open parentheses. For example, capital F bit C, capital F bit D dash hyphen, capital F bit R, capital F bit O, capital F bit N / capital F bit D, capital F bit V, capital F bit D / capital F bit B, capital F bit L, capital F bit B, lowercase f bit L, lowercase f bit U, dash hyphen, lowercase f bit R, lowercase f bit A, lowercase f bit Y. Blu-ray disc / cartridge, open parentheses, not including manual or case, close parentheses, and protective packaging, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 2, close parentheses, the accessory, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 3, close parentheses, photocopy of your dated sales receipt, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 4, close parentheses, your name and return address, typed or clearly printed, semicolon, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 5, close parentheses. A brief note describing the defect, the problem, open parentheses, lowercase f bit is close parentheses, you are encountering, and the system on which you are running, the software, semicolon, and open parentheses, numeric symbol code 6, close parentheses, the incident number given to you by customer support, full stop period. You may be required to also send a check you or money order, but if your claim is determined to be valid, you may be entitled to a refund of this amount, full stop period, unless otherwise directed by customer support, please send items to be replaced, open parentheses, registered mail recommended, close parentheses, to limited physical media / temporal warranty replacements, Activision Blizzard. Australia. Capital alphabet P, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet Y. Capital alphabet L, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet D, comma. Capital alphabet P, capital alphabet O, capital alphabet P, capital lowercase alphabet O, lowercase alphabet X. P.O. Box 55 544 544 Piedmont. Capital alphabet E, capital alphabet S, capital alphabet W. 2009 2009, Australia. Full stop period. The provisions of the limitation of damages caused below apply only to the extent permitted by the Competition and Consumer Act. Numeric symbol code 2, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 0. 2010, open parentheses, capital alphabet C, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet H, close parentheses, full stop here. Numeric symbol code 6, lowercase, numeric symbol code 6, open parentheses, capital alphabet B, close parentheses, full stop here. Limited hardware warranty, open parentheses, residents of all countries other than North America and Australia only, close parentheses, colon. The warranty for the program is provided in accordance with your statutory rights as a consumer, which will always prevail, full stop here. For information about Activision Apostle PS, Activision's procedures on replacements of the program in the European Union and other countries outside of North America and Australia, or other customer service inquiries, please check http://support.activision.com, full stop period. Page 9. Numeric symbol code 7, full stop period. Limitation of damages, colon. Numeric symbol code 7, open parentheses, capital alphabet A, close parentheses, for residents in North America, colon. Activision shall not be liable for special, incidental, or consequential damages resulting from possession, use, or malfunction of the program, including damages to property, computer failure or malfunction, and to the extent permitted by law, damages for personal injuries, even if Activision has been advised of the possibility of these damages, full stop here. Activision Apostle PS. Activision's liability shall not exceed the actual price paid for the license to use the program, full stop period. Some states / countries do not allow limitations on how long an implied warranty lasts and / or the exclusion or limitation of damages, so the above limitations and / or exclusions may not apply to you, full stop period. This warranty gives you specific legal rights, and you may have other rights which vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, full stop period. Numeric symbol code 7, open parentheses, numeric symbol code 7, open parentheses, capital alphabet B, close parentheses, for residents outside North America, nothing in this agreement shall limit or exclude Activision Apostle PS, Activision's liability to you, For death or personal injury caused by or negligence, semicolon. For fraudulent misrepresentation, semicolon, or for any other liability that may not come under the laws of the jurisdiction where you reside, comma, be limited or excluded, full stop here. Subject to this, comma, in no event shall Activision be liable to you for any business losses, and any liability Activision does have for losses you suffer is strictly limited to losses that were reasonably foreseeable and shall not, comma, in aggregate, comma, exceed the greater of the following: the total price paid by you for the program, open parentheses, plus any paid - for service provided content, close parentheses. Over the previous numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 2, 12 - months from the date on which the liability arises, semicolon, or the sum of capital F big G, capital F big D, capital F big P, capital F big pound, capital F big G, capital F big B, capital F big P, pounds, money symbol, numeric symbol code 5, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 0. 5 centos, or page 10. Or equivalent amount under the current foreign exchange rate, full stop period, page 10. Numeric symbol code 8, full stop period, termination. Numeric symbol code 1, full stop period, for residents of North America, colon, without prejudice to any other rights of Activision, comma, if you fail to comply with the terms and conditions of this agreement and subject to the severity of your breach, comma, Activision, comma, at its discretion, comma, may either sanction your behavior or terminate this agreement, full stop period. The applicable program apostrophe S program security and enforcement policy available to support.activision.com sets out more in detail sanctionable actions and the types of applicable sanctions, full stop period. In the event of termination for this reason, comma, you must destroy all copies of the program and all of its component parts, full stop period. You may also terminate the agreement at any time by permanently deleting any installation of the program, comma, and destroying all copies of the program in your possession or control, full stop period. Numeric symbol code 2, full stop period. For residents outside of North America, coding, lowercase alphabet 8, full stop period. Activision may terminate the license granted to you under the agreement and / or suspend, comma, modify, comma, or delete your account at any time without giving you any prior notice if you seriously violate this agreement, full stop period. Serious violations are violations of important provisions which include section numeric symbol code 3, comma, numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 1, upper parentheses, capital alphabet A, close parentheses, and numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 1, 11, upper parentheses, capital alphabet D, close parentheses, of this agreement, comma, repeating violations of other provisions of this agreement, open parentheses, including further non-compliance where you have already received a prior warning, close parentheses, comma, or as otherwise detailed in the applicable program, apostrophe S program security and enforcement policy, available at support.activision.com. If you think that such decision was taken wrongly, comma, you can contact Activision at support.activision.com. Full stop here. If Activision cannot resolve your complaint and you are a resident of the European Union, comma, you can use the online dispute resolution platform set up by the European Commission, which you can access at http://lowercase alphabet c dot europa dot eu/odr full stop period lowercase alphabet B full stop period. Activision may also terminate the license granted to you under the agreement and / or suspend, modify, or delete your account if that has another valid reason to do so. Open parentheses, for example, seizing an online service for economic reasons due to a limited number of users continuing to make use of the service over time, close parentheses, or without reason by giving you a reasonable prior notice, full stop period, lowercase alphabet C full stop period. If Activision terminates the license granted to you under the agreement and / or suspend or deleted your account, that means that lowercase alphabet I full stop period, your access to and right to use the program will be revoked, full stop period. Numeric symbol code 3 full stop period. The following provisions shall survive termination of this agreement, license conditions, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 3 full stop, numeric symbol code 3 close parentheses, comma, ownership, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 4 close parentheses, comma, limited hardware warranty, open parentheses, sections numeric symbol code 6 capital alphabet A and numeric symbol code 6 capital alphabet B close parentheses, comma, limitation of damages, open parentheses, sections numeric symbol code 7 capital alphabet A and numeric symbol code 7 capital alphabet B close parentheses, comma, termination, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 8 close parentheses, comma, indemnity, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 0 close parentheses, comma, service provided content, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 111 close parentheses, comma, availability, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 212 close parentheses, comma, access, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 313 close parentheses, comma, binding arbitration and class action waiver, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 6 close parentheses, comma, jurisdiction in applicable law, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 7 close parentheses, comma, and miscellaneous, open parentheses, section numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 8 close parentheses, full stop period. Page 111. Numeric symbol code 9 full stop period. For residents in North America, --, capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet is dot U.S. government restricted rights : the program has been developed entirely at private expense and are provided as open parentheses commercial computer software close parentheses or open parentheses are open quotation marks. Restricted computer software, full stop period, close quotation marks. Use, comma, duplication or disclosure by the capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet is dot U.S. government or a capital alphabet U dot capital alphabet is dot U.S. government subtractor is subject to the restrictions set forth in subparagraph. Open parentheses, lowercase alphabet C, close parentheses, open parentheses, numeric semicolon 1, close parentheses, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet I, lowercase alphabet I, lowercase alphabet I, close parentheses, of the rights in technical data in computer, full stop period. Software clauses in capital alphabet D, capital alphabet F, capital alphabet A, capital alphabet R, capital alphabet S. Numeric semicolon 2, numeric semicolon 5, numeric semicolon 2. Point, numeric semicolon 2, numeric semicolon 2. 7 dash hyphen. Numeric semicolon 7, numeric semicolon 0, numeric semicolon 1, numeric semicolon 3. Or as set forth in subparagraph open parentheses, lowercase alphabet C, close parentheses, open parentheses, numeric semicolon 1, close parentheses, and open parentheses, numeric semicolon 2, close parentheses. Other commercial computer software restricted rights. Clauses at capital alphabet F, capital alphabet A, capital alphabet R. Numeric semicolon 5, numeric semicolon 2. Point, numeric semicolon 2, numeric semicolon 2, numeric semicolon 7 dash hyphen, numeric semicolon 1, numeric semicolon 9, comma. As applicable, full stop period, the contractor / manufacturer is Activision Publishing, comma, capital alphabet I, lowercase alphabet N, lowercase alphabet C, comma. The full stop period, comma. Numeric semicolon 3, numeric semicolon 1, numeric semicolon 0, numeric semicolon 0. Ocean Park Boulevard, comma, Santa Monica, comma, California. Numeric semicolon 9, numeric semicolon 0, numeric semicolon 4, numeric semicolon 0, numeric semicolon 5, full stop period, numeric semicolon 1, numeric semicolon 0, full stop period. For residents in North America, dash hyphen, indemnity, colon, you agree to indemnify, comma, defend, comma, and hold Activision, comma, its partners, comma, affiliates, comma, licensors, comma, contractors, comma, officers, comma, directors, comma, employees, comma, and agents harmless from all damages, comma, losses and expenses arising directly or indirectly from your breach of this agreement in / or your acts and omission and using the program pursuant to the terms of this agreement, full stop period. Numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 111, full stop period. Service provided content code in open quotation marks. Service provided content, close quotation marks, consists of all virtual materials, comma, information and content provided to you, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet E, full stop period, lowercase alphabet G, full stop period, comma. Unlockable content, comma, accounts, comma, stats, comma, virtual assets, comma, virtual currencies, comma, codes, comma, achievements, comma, virtual rewards, comma, credits, comma, assets, comma, shows, comma, tokens, comma, coins, comma, power dash hyphen ups, comma, and customizations, close parentheses, in connection with your use of the program, comma, including the online services, comma, which you need to, open quotation marks, earn, close quotation marks, comma, open quotation marks, grind, close quotation marks, comma, open quotation marks, buy, close quotation marks, in / or open quotation marks, purchase, close quotation marks, in order to obtain additional content, full stop period. While the program may allow you to, open quotation marks, earn, comma, close quotation marks, open quotation marks, grind, comma, close quotation marks, open quotation marks, buy, comma, close quotation marks, or open quotation marks, purchase, close quotation marks, service provided content within or in connection with gameplay, comma, you do not in fact own or have any property interest in the service provided content in the price of any service provided content does not refer to any credit balance of real currency or its equivalent, full stop period, unless otherwise specified in writing, any service provided content that you receive is licensed to you and set for a period, and you shall have no ownership right thereof in any service provided content, full stop period. Lowercase alphabet a, full stop period. You may not, sell, lend, rent, trade, or otherwise transfer any service provided content, except for other service provided content where applicable, full stop period. Any sale of service provided content, including, but not limited to, virtual currency, for open quotation marks, real, close quotation marks, money or exchange of those items or virtual currency for value outside of the program is prohibited, full stop period. Lowercase alphabet b, full stop period. Service provided content may be altered, removed, deleted, or discontinued by Activision, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet e, full stop period, lowercase alphabet g, full stop period, upon termination of this agreement in / or cessation of online support for the program as set out in section 8, close parentheses, even if you have not, open quotation marks, used, close quotation marks, or open quotation marks, consumed, close quotation marks, the service provided content prior to alteration, removal, deletion, or discontinuation, full stop period. Without limiting the above, service provided content may include virtual coins, points, or other virtual currencies, open parentheses, open quotation marks, virtual currency, close quotation marks, close parentheses, full stop period. Page 12. Lowercase alphabet c, full stop period. By purchasing or otherwise acquiring virtual currency, you obtain a limited license, open parentheses, which is revocable by Activision at any time unless otherwise required by applicable laws, and for residents outside North America only, in accordance with section 8, close parentheses, to access and select from other service provided content, full stop period. Virtual currency has no monetary value and does not constitute currency or property of any type, full stop period. Virtual currency may be redeemed for other service provided content only, if at all, full stop period. Subject to applicable law, virtual currency is non-refundable, and you are not entitled to a refund or any other compensation such as service provided content for any unused virtual currency, full stop period. Any unused virtual currency is non-exchangeable, full stop period. Activision may revise the pricing or the service provided content in virtual currency offered through the program at any time, full stop period. Activision may limit the total amount of service provided content or virtual currency that may be purchased at any one time, and / or limit the total amount of service provided content or virtual currency that may be held in your account in the aggregate, full stop period. Lowercase alphabet d, full stop period. You are only allowed to purchase service provided content or virtual currency from Activision or our authorized partners through the program, and not in any other way, full stop period. Lowercase alphabet e, full stop period. Activision reserves the right to refuse your request, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet s, close parentheses, request to acquire service provided content in / or virtual currency, full stop period. You agree that you will be solely responsible for paying any applicable taxes related to the acquisition of, use of, or access to service provided content in / or virtual currency, full stop period. lowercase alphabet F full stop period. There may be service provided content open parentheses should you choose to purchase it close parentheses, which will require you to make a payment with real money, the amount of which will be set out in the program full stop period. All service provided content will be made available immediately when you purchase it with real money, and you acknowledge that this is the case and that you will have no right to change your mind and cancel. Open parentheses, sometimes known as a open apostrophe cooling off close apostrophe right close of parentheses. Once your purchase is complete full stop period, depending on your platform, any service provided content purchase, will be purchased from your platform provider, and such purchase will be subject to their respective terms of service and user agreement full stop period. Please check usage rights for each purchase, as these may differ from item to item full stop period, unless otherwise shown, content available in any n-game store has the same age rating as the game full stop period. Page 13, numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 2, 12 full stop period availability. Coding. Numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 2, open parentheses, capital alphabet A, close parentheses. For residents in North America, Activision does not guarantee that any online services play or features associated with the program, open parentheses, collectively, open quotation marks, online services, close quotation marks, close parentheses, or service provided content will be available at all times or at any given time, or that Activision will continue to offer online services or service provided content for any particular length of time, full stop period. Activision may change and update online services or service provided content without notice to you, full stop period. Activision makes no warranty or representation regarding the availability of online services and reserves the right to modify or discontinue online services in this sole discretion without notice, including, for example, ceasing an online service for economic reasons due to a limited number of users continuing to make use of the online service over time, full stop period, notwithstanding anything to the contrary, you acknowledge and agree that online services may be terminated in whole or in part at Activision apostrophe as Activision's sole discretion without notice to you, full stop period, and in connection with online services, open apostrophe, termination, any and all service provided content licensed to you may be terminated, full stop period. You assume any and all risk of loss associated with the termination of online services and any loss of service provided content or otherwise, full stop period. Page 14. Numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 2, open parentheses, capital alphabet B, close parentheses. For residents outside North America, subject to the next sentence, Activision does not guarantee that the program, any online services or service provided content will be available or error-free at all times or at any given time, full stop period. Activision warns that the program, in addition to any online services and service provided content which has been paid for with real money, will substantially comply with the description provided by it at the point of purchase and be satisfactory quality. Open parentheses. In addition, any related services provided through them will be provided with reasonable care and skill. Close parentheses, full stop here. Activision reserves the right to modify or discontinue the program, online services or service provided content in its sole discretion upon reasonable notice to you, including, for example, ceasing online services for economic reasons due to a limited number of users, continuing to make use of them over time, full stop here. Activision may change and update, open parentheses, or require you to update, close parentheses, the program, online services or service provided content without notice to you, to implement minor technical adjustment and improvements, open parentheses, for example, to address a security threat, close parentheses, or to reflect changes in relevant laws and regulatory requirements, provided always that any such changes do not result in material degradation in the functionality of the program, online services or any service provided content which has been paid for with real money, close parentheses, full stop period. Activision may also make other changes to the program, online services or service provided content by giving you a reasonable prior notice, full stop period. If such changes are not acceptable to you, you may contact Activision to terminate your license before the changes take effect and discuss refund options for any service or content paid for but not received, full stop here. Activision is not liable or responsible for any failure to perform, or delay in performance of, any of its obligations that is caused by events outside its reasonable control, full stop period. If such circumstances result in material degradation in the functionality of the duration of such period, full stop period. In the functionality of the program or service provided content, then your obligation to make any payment to download, use or access them will be suspended for the duration of such period, full stop period. The warranty for online services and / or service provided content which are paid for with real money is provided in accordance with your statutory rights as a consumer, which will always prevail, full stop period. Please see section numerical code 7 in respect of Activision apostrophe as Activision's limitation on damages, but nothing in this paragraph shall affect your statutory rights, full stop period. Numerical code 1, numerical code 3, full stop period. Access colon. You are solely responsible for any third-party cost you incur to use the program and services, full stop period. You acknowledge and agree that you will provide at your own cost and expense the equipment, internet, or other connection charges required to access and use the program, full stop period. Activision makes no warranty that the program can be accessed or used on all systems, controllers, or devices, by means of any specific internet or other connection provider, comma, or in all territories, full stop period. The program may integrate, comma, be integrated into, comma, or be provided in connection with third-party services and content, full stop period. Activision does not control those third-party services and content, full stop period. You should read the terms of use agreements and privacy policies that apply to such third-party services and content, full stop period. Page 15. Numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 4, 14, full stop period. User generated content, user generated content coding. The program may include means by which you and other users may share user generated content. Open parentheses, open quotation marks, capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C, close quotation marks, close parentheses, full stop period. To the fullest extent permitted by applicable law, comma, by submitting any capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C, you automatically grant, open parentheses, or represent and warrant that the owner of such rights has expressly granted, close parentheses, Activision a perpetual, comma, worldwide, comma, royalty, free, comma, irrevocable, comma, non-exclusive right and license to use, comma, reproduce, comma, modify, comma, adapt, comma, publish, comma, translate, comma, license, comma, create derivative works from and distribute such capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C, or incorporate such capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C content into any form, comma, medium, comma, or technology now known or later developed throughout the universe, comma, and agree that Activision shall be entitled to unrestricted use of the capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C for any purpose whatsoever, comma, commercial or otherwise, comma, without compensation, open parentheses, but subject to applicable local legislation, close parentheses, comma, notice, or arbitration, comma, you waive and agree not to assert against Activision or any of its partners, comma, affiliates, comma, subsidiaries, or licensees, comma, any moral or similar rights you may have in any of your capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C, stop here. To the extent the program permits other users to access and use your capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C, comma, you also grant such users the right to use, comma, copy, comma, modify, comma, display, comma, perform, comma, create derivative works from, comma, and otherwise communicate and distribute your capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C on or through the program without further notice, comma, arbitration or compensation to you, full stop here. You may only upload your own capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C to program, semicolon, do not upload anyone else, apostrophe S, else's capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C. Full stop here. Activision reserves the right, open parentheses, but has no obligation, close parentheses, to remove, comma, block, comma, edit, comma, move, comma, or disable capital alphabet U, capital alphabet G, capital alphabet C for any reason in Activision, apostrophe S, Activision sole discretion, full stop here. Activision is not responsible for, comma, and does not endorse or guarantee, comma, the opinions, comma, views, comma, advice, or recommendations posted or sent by other users, full stop here. For residents of all countries outside North America, Users of the program create, upload, download, and use capital B U, capital B G, capital B C at their own risk. Full stop here. If you upload or make available to other users your capital B U, capital B G, capital B C via our program, we do not control, mirror, endorse, or own your capital B U, capital B G, capital B C, and you are commissioning us to host and make available such capital B U, capital B G, capital B C, subject to the above license. Full stop here. Complaints about the content of any capital B U, capital B G, capital B C must be sent to Legal Affairs at Activision.com and must contain details of the specific capital B U, capital B G, capital B C giving rise to the complaint. Full stop here. Page 16. Numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 5. Full stop here. For residents in North America - copyright notice. Colon. If you believe that any content appearing in the program in / or capital B U, capital B G, capital B C has been copied in a way that constitutes copyright infringement, please forward the following information to the copyright agent named below. Full stop here. Your copyright infringement notification must comply with the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Open parentheses, open quotation marks, capital B D, capital B M, capital B C, capital B A, close quotation marks, close parentheses, comma. You are encouraged to review numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 717, capital B U dot, capital B S dot, capital B C, capital F B U, capital B F B U dot, capital B S dot, capital B C dot. Numeric symbol code 5, numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 2. 500. Yes, dos. Open parentheses, lowercase alphabet C, close parentheses. Open parentheses, numeric symbol code 3, close parentheses. Or consult with an attorney prior to sending a notice here under. Full stop here. To file a copyright infringement notice, you will need to send a written communication that includes the following to the address listed below: open parentheses, lowercase alphabet A, close parentheses. Your name, address, telephone number, and email address, semicolon, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet U, close parentheses, a description of the copyrighted work that you claim has been infringed, semicolon, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet C, close parentheses, the exact capital B U, capital B R, capital alphabet L, URL, or a description of where the alleged infringing material is located, semicolon, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet D, close parentheses, a statement by you that you have a good faith belief that the disputed use is not authorized by the copyright owner, its agent, or the law, semicolon, open parentheses, lowercase alphabet E, close parentheses, an electronic or physical signature of the person authorized to act on behalf of the owner of the copyright interest, semicolon, and open parentheses, lowercase alphabet F, close parentheses, a settlement by you, under penalty of perjury, that the above information in your notice is accurate and that you are the copyright owner or authorized to act on the copyright owner apostrophe s owner's behalf. Full stop here. Copyright agent, Activision Publishing, comma, capital alphabet I, lowercase alphabet N, lowercase alphabet C, comma. Numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 0. Ocean Park Boulevard, Santa Monica, California, 90405. Capital alphabet A, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet N, colon. Activision Business and Legal Affairs. Capital alphabet F, lowercase alphabet A, lowercase alphabet X, colon, open parentheses 310, close parentheses 255-2152. Capital alphabet E dash hyphen mail, colon. Legal affairs at Activision.com, less than mail to, colon, legal affairs at Activision.com, greater than. Please note that the capital alphabet D, capital alphabet M, capital alphabet C, capital alphabet A provides that you may be liable for damages, open parentheses, including cost and attorney fees, close parentheses, if you knowingly misrepresent that material or activity is infringing, full stop period. Please also note that the information provided in your copyright infringement notice may be provided to the person responsible for the alleged infringing material, full stop period. Page 17. Numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 6. Full stop period. For residents in North America, dash hyphen binding arbitration and class action waiver, colon. Read this section carefully. Full stop period. It may significantly affect your legal rights, comma, including your right to file a lawsuit in court, full stop period. These binding arbitration class action waiver provisions apply to you if you are domiciled in and / or acquired and use the program in the United States, full stop period. These provisions may also apply to you if you are domiciled in and / or acquired and use the program for outside the United States, full stop period. See jurisdiction and applicable law below the details, full stop period. Initial dispute resolution, colon, Activision apostrophe s Activision's customer support department is available at https support.activision.com / to address any concerns you may have regarding the program, full stop period. Most concerns are quickly resolved in this manner to our customers apostrophe open apostrophe satisfaction, full stop period. The parties shall use their best efforts to settle any dispute, comma, claim, comma, question, comma, or disagreement directly through consultation in good faith. No negotiations which shall be a precondition to either party initiating a lawsuit or arbitration. Initiating a lawsuit or arbitration, full stop here. Binding arbitration, colon. If the parties do not reach an agreed upon solution within a period of 30 days from the time informal dispute resolution is pursuant to the paragraph above, comma, then either party may initiate binding arbitration as the sole means to formally resolve claims, comma, subject to the terms set forth below, full stop period. Specifically, comma, all claims arising out of or relating to this agreement, open parentheses, including its interpretation, comma, formation, comma, performance and breach, close parentheses, comma, the parties open apostrophe relationship with each other in / or your use of the program shall be finally settled by binding arbitration administered by capital F bit J, capital F bit A, capital F bit M, capital F bit S jams in accordance with the provisions of its comprehensive arbitration rules or streamlined arbitration rules, comma, as appropriate, comma, excluding any rules or procedures governing or permitting class actions, full stop period. This arbitration provision is made pursuant to a transaction involving interstate commerce, comma, in a federal arbitration act. Open parentheses, the open quotation marks, capital F bit F, capital F bit A, capital F bit A, close quotation marks, close parentheses, shall apply to the interpretation, comma, applicability, comma, enforceability, and formation of this agreement, notwithstanding any other choice of law provision contained in this agreement, full stop period. The arbitrator, comma, and not any federal, comma, state, comma, or local court or agency, comma, shall have exclusive authority to resolve all disputes arising out of or relating to the interpretation, comma, applicability, comma, enforceability, comma, or formation of the agreement, comma, including without limitation any claim that all or any part of this agreement is void or voidable, comma, or whether a claim is subject to arbitration, full stop period. The arbitrator shall be empowered to grant whatever relief would be available in a court under law or in equity, full stop period. The arbitrator, open apostrophe, arbitrator's award shall be binding on the parties and may be entered as a judgment in any court of competent jurisdiction, full stop period. The capital F bit J, capital F bit A, capital F bit M, capital F bit S. The JAMS rules governing the arbitration may be accessed at http://www.jamsadr.com / or by calling capital F bit J, capital F bit A, capital F bit M, capital F bit S at open parentheses 800 close parentheses 352-5267 full stop here. Your arbitration fees and your share of arbitrator compensation shall be governed by the capital F bit J, capital F bit A, capital F bit M, capital F bit S comprehensive arbitration rules, comma, but shall not incorporate the JAMS class action procedures, comma, and comma, to the extent applicable, comma, the consumer minimum standards, comma, including the current limit on arbitration filing fees, will stop here. To the extent the filing fee for the arbitration exceeds the cost of filing a lawsuit, comma, activation will pay the additional cost, comma. The parties understand that, comma, absent this mandatory provision, comma, they would have the right to sue in court and have a jury trial, full stop period. They further understand that, comma, in some instances, comma, the cost of arbitration could exceed the cost of litigation, and the right to discovery may be more limited in arbitration than in court, full stop period. Location: if you are a resident of the United States, comma, arbitration will take place at any reasonable location within the United States convenient for you, full stop period. For residents outside the United States, comma, arbitration shall be initiated in Los Angeles County, comma, California, comma, and you and Activision agree to submit to the personal jurisdiction of any federal or state court in Los Angeles County, California, in order to compel arbitration, to stay proceedings pending arbitration, or to confirm, modify, vacate, or enter judgment on the award entered by the arbitrator, full stop period. Class action waiver colon. The parties further agree that any arbitration shall be conducted in their individual capacities only and not as a class action or other representation action, and the parties expressly waive their right to file a class action or seek relief on a class basis. Full stop period. You and Activision agree that each may bring claims against the other only in your or its individual capacity, and not as a plaintiff or class member in any purported class or representative proceeding. Full stop period. If any court or arbitrator determines that the class action waiver set forth in this paragraph is void or unenforceable for any reason, or that an arbitrator can proceed on a class basis, then the arbitration provision set forth above shall be deemed null and void in its entirety, and the parties shall be deemed to have not agreed to arbitrate disputes. Full stop period. Exception litigation of intellectual property and small claims court claims, notwithstanding the parties open apostrophe decision to resolve all disputes through arbitration, either party may bring an action in state or federal court that only asserts claims for patent infringement or individuality, copyright infringement, moral rights violations, trademark infringement, and/or trade secret misappropriations, but not, for clarity, claims related to the license granted to you for the program under this agreement. Full stop period. Either party may also seek relief in a small claims court for disputes or claims within the scope of their court is court's jurisdiction. Full stop period. Page 19. Numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 0. 30-day right to opt out, You have the right to opt-out and not be bound by the arbitration and class action waiver provisions set forth in the open quotation marks binding arbitration, close quotation marks, open quotation marks location, close quotation marks, and open quotation marks class action waiver, close quotation marks. Paragraph above, by sending written notice of your decision to opt-out to the following address: Activision Publishing, capital alphabet I, lowercase alphabet N, lowercase alphabet C, full stop period, Numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 0, 3100 Ocean Park Boulevard, Santa Monica, capital alphabet C, capital alphabet A. Numeric symbol code 9, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 4, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 5 dash hyphen, numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 0, numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 2, capital alphabet A, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet T, lowercase alphabet N, legal, full stop period. The notice must be sent within numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 0, 30 days of purchasing the program, open parentheses, or if no purchase was made, then within numeric symbol code 3, numeric symbol code 0, 30 days of the date on which you first access or use the program and agree to these terms, close parentheses, semicolon. Otherwise, you shall be bound to arbitrate disputes in accordance with the terms of these paragraphs, full stop period. If you opt out of these arbitration provisions, Activision also will not be bound by them, full stop period. Changes to this section, Activision will provide numeric symbol code 6, numeric symbol code 0, 60-days. Open apostrophe notice of any changes to this section, full stop period. Changes will become effective on the numeric symbol code 6, numeric symbol code 0, 60, and will apply respectively only to any claims arising after the 60th day. Numeric symbol code 6, numeric symbol code 0, TH, lowercase f, T, lowercase f. That's it, day, full stop here. Numeric symbol code 1, numeric symbol code 7, 17, full stop period. Jurisdiction and applicable law. The program is made available subject to the terms of this agreement. Full stop period. If you acquired and used the program from coding, capital alphabet A, full stop period, for residents in the United States, Mexico, or Canada, then you are contracting with Activision Publishing, capital alphabet I, lowercase alphabet N, lowercase alphabet C, full stop period, Inc., full stop period, 3100 Ocean Park Boulevard, capital alphabet A, full stop period, for residents in the United States, Boulevard, Santa Monica, CA 90405-3032, and any claims arising out of this agreement, open parentheses, including interpretation, claims for breach, and all other claims, open parentheses, including consumer protection, unfair competition, and tort claims, close parentheses, will be subject to the laws of the state of Delaware, without reference to conflict of laws principles, full stop period. If any court or arbitrator determines that the open quotation marks class action waiver, close quotation marks paragraph set forth above is void or unenforceable for any reason, or that an arbitration can proceed on a class basis, then any and all claims arising out of this agreement, open parentheses, including interpretation, claims for breach, and all other claims, open parentheses, including consumer protection, unfair competition, and tort claims, close parentheses, shall be decided under the laws of the state where you were a citizen at the time you obtained or bought the program that was subject to this agreement, full stop period. In addition, you and we irrevocably consent to the exclusive jurisdiction in venue of state or federal courts in Los Angeles County, California, to resolve any claims that are subject to expectations to the arbitration agreement described in binding arbitration and class action waiver above, or otherwise determined not to be arbitrable. Full stop here. Page 2. Capital F big D, full stop here. For residents in the European Union, then you are contracting with Activision Blizzard International, capital F big B, full stop period, capital F big V, capital F big B, full stop period, capital F big V, full stop period. Formerly known as corporatized Activision Blizzard International, capital F big U, capital F big A, of Beach Avenue 131, 1119, capital F bit R, capital F bit B. Schiphol dash hyphen YJK, Netherlands, and the laws of England and Wales govern the interpretation of this agreement and apply to claims for breach of it, without reference to conflict of laws, principles, full stop period. All other claims, including claims regarding consumer protection laws, unfair competition laws, and in tort, will be subject to the laws of the European Union country. Open parentheses, lowercase f bit e, full stop period, lowercase f bit g, full stop period, the United Kingdom, the French Republic, or the Federal Republic of Germany, close parentheses, in which you acquired and used the program, full stop period. In addition, with respect to jurisdiction, you may choose either the courts of the country, open parentheses, lowercase f bit e, full stop period, lowercase f bit g, full stop period, the United Kingdom, the French Republic, or the Federal Republic of Germany, close parentheses, in which you acquired and used the program, or in the alternative, the courts of England and Wales or other court as applicable under the Brussels regulation, capital F bit E, capital F bit C, 444/2001, full stop period, capital F bit C, full stop period. For residents in Australia or Japan, then you are contracting Activision Blizzard International, capital F bit B, full stop period, capital F bit B, full stop period, formerly known as corporatized Activision Blizzard International, capital F bit U, capital F bit A. Beach Avenue 131, 1119, capital F bit R, capital F bit B. Schiphol dash hyphen YJK, Netherlands, and the laws of Australia govern the interpretation of this agreement and apply to claims for breach of it, without reference to conflict of laws, principles, full stop here. All other claims, including claims regarding consumer protection laws, unfair competition laws, and in tort, will be subject to the laws of the country in which you acquired and used the program, open parentheses, being either Australia or Japan, close parentheses, full stop period. To the extent permitted by applicable law, you agree to the jurisdiction of the courts of New South Wales, Australia, full stop period, capital F bit D, full stop period. For residents in the rest of the world, if you acquired and used the program from countries other than those listed in section capital F bit A, capital F bit B, and capital F bit C above, then you do so on your own initiative and are responsible for compliance with local laws, if and to the extent local laws are applicable, and you expressly indemnify and hold harmless Activision from any and all claims, loss, injury, damage, or cost arising from your use of the program to the extent permitted by applicable law, full stop period. No warranty or representation is made by Activision that the program or any use of the program outside of the countries listed in section capital F bit A, capital F bit B, and capital F bit C above complies with any applicable local law, full stop period. Further, your use of the program and all claims arise out of or related to the program of this agreement will, to the extent permitted under applicable law, be subject to the laws of England and Wales, without reference to conflict of laws, principles, and you consent to the jurisdiction of the courts of England and Wales, full stop period, to the fullest extent permitted by applicable law, if any user outside the United States is entitled to commence and / or participate in legal proceedings within the United States, then that user agrees to be bound by the binding arbitration and class action waiver provisions above, full stop period. Numeric Code 1, Numeric Code 8, full stop period. Miscellaneous. The agreement is the complete agreement concerning this license between the parties and subversities, all prior agreements and representations between them, full stop period. If any provision of this agreement is held to be unenforceable, the applicable provision shall be reformed only to the extent necessary to make it enforceable, and the remaining provisions of this agreement shall not be effective except as otherwise expressly provided in full stop period. Numeric Code 1, Numeric Code 9, full stop period. Supplemental terms. There's hyperjump. The following sections below subversity and replace the corresponding sections above for residents in Germany, coding. Modification of terms, coding. From time to time, Activision may need to amend this agreement, for example, to reflect or include new products or services, to enhance security for users, or because of changes in the law, full stop period. If Activision makes such a charge to this agreement, we will inform you of the particular changes in advance, no later than 30, open parentheses, Numeric Code 3, Numeric Code 0, close parentheses, 30 calendar days before such changes come into force, and you shall be deemed to have accepted these changes, open parentheses, lowercase f, close parentheses, unless you have notified us of your objection to such changes within 30, open parentheses, Numeric Code 3, Numeric Code 0, 30, close parentheses, calendar days from the moment of receipt of notification from us, or open parentheses, lowercase f, lowercase f, lowercase f, close parentheses. If you use the program after the changes have entered into force, full stop period, in the notification, we will inform you of your right to object, of the applicable notice period and the legal consequences of a failure to object, full stop period. The latest version of this agreement will always be available on our website, so we recommend that you check for updates to this agreement. Each time you use the program, full stop period, changes to the agreement shall not affect your apparent rights. Shall not substantially disrupt the contractual balance between you and those under this agreement, and shall not have retroactive effect, full stop period. Page 22. Service provider content, in addition to the above, the following right of withdrawal shall apply to German residents, full stop period. If you are a consumer, open parentheses, lowercase f, full stop period, lowercase f, full stop period, a natural person who enters into a legal transaction for purposes that predominantly are outside his trade, business or profession, close parentheses, then you shall have a right of withdrawal as set out hereafter, full stop period. Information concerning the exercise of the right of withdrawal. Right of withdrawal. You have the right to withdraw from any purchase contract within numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 4 14 calendar days without giving any reason, full stop period. The withdrawal period will expire after numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 4 14 calendar days from the date of the conclusion of the purchase contract, full stop period. To exercise the right of withdrawal, you must inform us, open parentheses, Activision Blizzard International, capital F big B, full stop period, capital F big B, full stop period, Beach Avenue 131, 1119, capital F big R, capital F big B, Skyfall, -Rye Jackade, Netherlands. Contact details available at www.support.activision.com of your decision to withdraw from a purchase contract by an unequivocal statement. Open parentheses, lowercase a big e dot, lowercase a big g dot, a letter sent by post, fax, or e-mail, close parentheses, full stop period. You may use the model withdrawal from attached hereafter, but it is not obligatory, full stop period, to meet the withdrawal deadline, it is sufficient for you to send your communication concerning your exercise of the right of withdrawal before the withdrawal period has expired, full stop period. Effects of withdrawal. If you withdraw from the purchase contract, we shall reimburse to you all payments received from you under this purchase contract, including the cost of delivery, open parentheses, with the exception of the supplementary cost resulting from your choice of a type of delivery other than the latest expensive type of standard delivery offered by us, close parentheses, without undue delay and in any event not later than numeric symbol code 1 numeric symbol code 4 14 calendar days from the date on which we are informed about your decision to withdraw from the purchase contract. Full stop here. We will carry out such reimbursement using the same means of payment as you use for the initial transaction, unless you have expressly agreed otherwise, in any event, you will not incur any fees as a result of such reimbursement, full stop period. If you requested to begin the performance of service under a purchase contract during the withdrawal period, you shall pay us an amount which is in proportion to what has been provided until you have communicated us your withdrawal from that purchase contract, in comparison with the full coverage of these services under the purchase contract, full stop here. Page 23. End of the information concerning the exercise of the right of withdrawal. You lose your right of withdrawal, insofar as the purchase contract is a service contract, after the service has been fully performed and if the performance has begun with your prior express consent, and with the acknowledgement that you will lose your right of withdrawal once the service has been fully performed by us, full stop here. You lose your right of withdrawal insofar as the purchase contract comprises the supply of digital content which is not supplied on a tangible medium. If the performance has begun with your prior express consent and your acknowledgement that you thereby lose your right of withdrawal, full stop here, based on the aforesaid, You understand that by purchasing service provided content, you consent that we make available the service provided content to you directly. After we have accepted your order, you will lose your right of withdrawal once the service provided content have been made fully available to you by us. However, your right of withdrawal is not lost if you purchase virtual goods that are granted to you for a certain period of time. Lowercase f big e lowercase f big g time dash limited for memberships. Asterisk. Model withdrawal form. Please complete and return this withdrawal form if you wish to withdraw from a contract with us. To call it open square brackets activism Bleacher International Beach Avenue 131, 119, capital B or capital B School Skype dash hyphen Roger B, Netherlands, dash hyphen I/we hereby give notice that I/we withdraw from our contract for the purchase of the following goods the provision of the following services asterisk dash hyphen ordered received on close quotation marks dash hyphen name of consumer open parentheses lowercase f big is close parentheses dash hyphen address of consumer open parentheses lowercase f big is close quotation close parentheses dash hyphen signature of consumer open parentheses lowercase f big is close parentheses open parentheses only required if this form is notified on paper close parentheses dash hyphen date open parentheses asterisk close parentheses delete where appropriate period. Page 24. Purchase and use of items are subject to the network terms of service and user agreement period. This online service has been sub-licensed to you by Sony Interactive Entertainment America. Period. There you have it. Terms of use.
Home screen. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Button. Options button. Options menu. L1 button. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Home screen. Call of Duty Modern War. NBA 2K21. Watch underscore.
Options button. Options menu. L1 button. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Home screen. Call of Duty Modern War. NBA 2K21.
Watch underscore dogs 2. Home screen. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Confirm. Closing the following application.
Home screen. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold
Black
War.
Ops Cold War.
Confirm. Closing the following application.
Home screen. Watch_dogs 2. Confirm. The following application will close. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. OK. Button.
Home screen watch_dogs 2.
Confirm.
Application
The following application will close.
Black Ops
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
button. Confirm. The following application will
Watch_dogs 2.
Black Ops watch_dogs 2.
Home screen. What's new? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Spring sale. Fort Madden NFL. Spotify. Button. Options button. Options menu. L1 button to the left and R1 button to the right.
Home screen. What's new? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Spring sale. Fort Madden NFL.
Home screen. Suspending the follow.
Options button. Options menu.
Error.
L1
Cannot start the app. Home screen.
R1 button.
Call of Duty Black Ops. PlayStation Store. Button. R1 button to the right and PlayStation Store.
Home screen. Suspending the following. Error. Cannot start the app. Home screen. Call of Duty Black
Quick menu. Power. Enter rest. Turn off PS.
button. R1 button to the right and PlayStation Store.